Death Valley is one of the most fascinating and extreme environments on Earth. Located in eastern California, USA, within the Mojave Desert, Death Valley is the hottest, driest, and lowest national park in the United States. If you enjoy this video about the Death Valley, please like, share, and subscribe. At the end of the video, please use the comment section to ask us any questions about the Death Valley. Its unique landscape, extreme climate, and rich history make it a place of great interest for scientists, adventurers, and tourists alike. The name Death Valley was given by a group of pioneers lost in the valley in the winter of 1849 to 1850. Although only one of the group died, they all assumed that this valley would be their grave. They were rescued by two of their young scouts, William Lewis Manley and John Rogers, who had ventured out of the valley to find help. Upon their rescue, one of the men turned and said, "Goodbye, Death Valley," and the name stuck. Death Valley is a land of extremes. It holds the record for the highest air temperature ever recorded on Earth, 134 degrees Fahrenheit, 56.7 degrees Celsius, recorded at Furnace Creek on July 10, 1913. This extreme heat is due to a combination of geographical factors, including its low elevation, clear skies, and the fact that it is surrounded by high, steep mountain ranges. These factors create a perfect environment for the trapping and intensification of heat. The valley is also known for its incredible dryness. It receives less than 2 inches of rain annually, and some years, it gets no measurable precipitation at all. The valley's arid climate is a result of the rain-shadow effect created by the Sierra Nevada and other surrounding mountain ranges. Moisture-laden air masses coming from the Pacific Ocean are forced to rise over these mountains, cooling and losing most of their moisture as rain or snow before descending into Death Valley as dry air. Despite its name and harsh conditions, Death Valley is teeming with life. It is home to a wide variety of plants and animals that have adapted to the extreme environment. Plants like creosote bush, mesquite, and desert holly can be found here, along with numerous species of cacti. Wildlife includes bighorn sheep, coyotes, bobcats, rattlesnakes, and the endangered Death Valley pupfish, a small fish that survives in the remnants of ancient lakes and springs. The geological history of Death Valley is as fascinating as its current climate. The valley is a graben, a block of land that has dropped between two fault lines, creating a valley bordered by steep mountain ranges. This process began millions of years ago and continues today as the Earth's crust continues to stretch and thin in this region. The valley floor is covered with salt flats, sand dunes, badlands, valleys, canyons, and mountains. One of the most famous features of Death Valley is Badwater Basin, the lowest point in North America at 282 feet, 86 meters, below sea level. This vast, salt-covered basin was formed by the evaporation of ancient lakes, leaving behind thick layers of salt. During rare rain events, a shallow lake may temporarily form, but it quickly evaporates, leaving behind a new layer of salt. The Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes, located near Stovepipe Wells, are another iconic feature of Death Valley. These dunes are the most accessible in the park and are popular with photographers and hikers. The highest dune rises about 100 feet above the surrounding desert floor, and the area provides a stunning contrast to the rocky and barren landscapes that dominate much of the valley. Death Valley's dramatic scenery has also been shaped by volcanic activity. Ubeheb Crater, a large volcanic crater in the northern part of the park, is about half a mile wide and 600 feet deep. It was formed by a volcanic explosion that occurred roughly 2,000 years ago. The area around the crater is dotted with smaller craters and volcanic features, making it a fascinating place to explore. The Racetrack Playa is one of Death Valley's most intriguing mysteries. This dry lake bed is famous for its sailing stones, large rocks that appear to move across the playa's surface, leaving long tracks behind them. For many years, The movement of these stones puzzled scientists and visitors alike. In recent years, researchers have determined that a combination of wind and thin ice sheets that form during cold winter nights causes the stones to move. As the ice begins to melt and break up under the influence of the wind, it pushes the rocks, creating the tracks seen on the playa. Human history in Death Valley dates back thousands of years. The Timbisha Shoshone people have lived in the area for centuries, enduring its harsh conditions and adapting to the environment. They hunted game, gathered plants, and found ways to live in harmony with the land. Today, the Timbisha Shoshone tribe continues to live in Death Valley, maintaining their cultural heritage and connection to the land. In the 19th century, Death Valley became a site of interest for mining, particularly for gold and silver. The discovery of borax, used in detergents and cosmetics, led to a brief mining boom in the late 1800s. The famous 20 mule teams, which hauled borax out of the valley, became a symbol of the rugged determination required to work in such a forbidding environment. Remnants of mining operations, ghost towns, and historic structures can still be seen throughout the park. Death Valley National Monument was established in 1933 and later became Death Valley National Park in 1994. Covering more than 3.4 million acres, it is the largest national park in the contiguous United States. The park offers a wide range of activities for visitors, including hiking, camping, wildlife viewing, and stargazing. The night skies in Death Valley are some of the darkest in the country, making it a prime location for astronomy enthusiasts. The park is also a haven for photographers, who come to capture the stark beauty and unique features of the landscape. Sunrise and sunset are particularly magical times, as the light transforms the colors and textures of the rocks, sand dunes, and salt flats. Zabriskie Point, Dante's View, and Artist's Palette are some of the most popular spots for breathtaking vistas and photographs. Despite its harsh conditions, Death Valley's ecosystem is delicate and vulnerable to human impact. The National Park Service works to protect the area's natural and cultural resources while providing for public enjoyment. Visitors are encouraged to practice leave no trace principles, stay on designated trails, and be mindful of the fragile environment. Climate change poses a significant threat to Death Valley, as rising temperatures and changing precipitation patterns could further stress its already extreme environment. Efforts are being made to study and mitigate the impacts of climate change on the park's ecosystems and to raise awareness about the importance of conservation. In recent years, Death Valley has also gained attention for extreme sports and endurance challenges. Ultramarathons, such as the Badwater 135, test athletes' limits as they run through the valley's scorching temperatures and rugged terrain. These events highlight the physical and mental toughness required to navigate one of the most extreme environments on Earth. Death Valley's unique and varied landscapes continue to attract scientists studying geology, climatology, and biology. Research conducted in the park helps us understand more about Earth's processes and the adaptations of life in extreme conditions. This knowledge can also be applied to studies of other extreme environments, including those on other planets. Visitors to Death Valley are often struck by its otherworldly beauty and the sense of isolation and tranquility it offers. The vast, open spaces and dramatic vistas provide a stark contrast to the hustle and bustle of urban life. Whether exploring the colorful Badlands of Artists Drive, hiking to the top of Telescope Peak, or simply taking in the view from Zabriskie Point, there is a sense of awe and wonder that permeates the experience of visiting Death Valley. In conclusion, Death Valley is a place of remarkable extremes and profound beauty. Its scorching temperatures, bone-dry climate, and striking landscapes make it a unique destination for those seeking adventure, knowledge, and inspiration. From its geological wonders to its diverse wildlife and rich human history, Death Valley offers a fascinating glimpse into the resilience of nature and the enduring spirit of exploration. Whether you're a scientist, a hiker, a photographer, or simply a curious traveler, Death Valley is a place that leaves a lasting impression and a deeper appreciation for the planet's most extreme environments. If you enjoyed this video about the Death Valley, please like, share, and subscribe. This helps us to continue making videos like this for everyone.